Hi YouTubers, so I thought I would start off and show you this lipstick, which is, it's a unicorn lipstick and it's by I Love Revolution. I don't know if you can see that there, is it? And then the colour is by Wildflower, and this is from Superdrug, which is in the UK. So I thought I'd just share that because it's so shiny and it's got little pieces of glitter in, which I absolutely love. Right, okay, so anyway, moving on. I wanted to talk to you today about going to India. I'm not sure if it's somewhere that you've considered, but I know certainly a lot of people in the UK, it's somewhere that they would really like to go, and it's sort of up there on travel around America and everything. So yeah, I'd just like to say that I had quite high expectations of going to India. I went to New Delhi and then I went to Agra to see the Taj Mahal. So when I went there, I was really excited because I thought it's a total cultural difference and it's a way to see something different, and I thought about all the amazing photos to get. But I didn't realise how scary it would be. And I understand that, I expected some level of cultural difference, but when I say scary, I mean going on the roads, trying to get from A to B, actually surviving, it's just crazy. It's like the way that they drive, I don't think that there's any laws. And, if they bash into each other, I don't know, I don't think there's any insurance, health and safety. I'm not sure, but it's very, very unsafe on the roads. That's what I think. So what can happen is apparently they can commission each other to make more money. So when you're trying to get from A to B, they can then end up dropping you off at like a tuk-tuk, which is a little van with no sides on. There's about 3 people that fit in, maybe they can fit 1 more person in, and they're just all over wobbling on the road and they feel very unsafe. So when you think you've got to get somewhere, if you think that's going to be a 20-minute journey, if you go through the locals, it's going to take you a lot longer, because what they do is one person will pay one person to get as part of the journey, and then you think you should be there by now, but you end up being dropped off at another taxi. So they're all in on it to make their own little pocket of money. So yeah, that's what I was told in advance. There can be some scam artists. So if you can, I'd say go on an organised tour before, and maybe if it's run in your own country, you'll feel it's a bit more safe, and you'll know that actually a 20-minute trip is going to take a 20-minute trip and that you're not going to get scammed. So I would say just be mindful of that. I'm not saying that everyone's like that in India, it's something that can happen, okay? So just be aware of it. Another thing is, if you're a person with lighter skin, especially if you're female, you do get a lot of stares and it's so uncomfortable. You feel like maybe you're about to get robbed, or even worse than that. It's just yeah, I mean, I thought, okay, because I'm with a guy, I've heard about these stories and you think that you'll feel safe, but there was occasions where we was in the train station and we were circled by a group of guys, and apparently that's what they're going to do when they're about to like mug you. But luckily the train came in time and nothing happened and they walked away. So yeah, just be super careful of that. And that's another reason I would say if you can go with an organised trip, you'll feel a lot safer, that everything is managed. You might be going on different transport, not mingling with anyone that's a scam artist. So I would say that's the safest thing to do. Another thing that can happen is you can get people coming up to you asking to have photos taken with you, which is, I found that quite bizarre. I had like women coming up to me saying, oh, can I have my photo taken with you? And of course I did, but it was just very bizarre and I felt like I was some sort of celebrity there. Yeah, it's just strange. So yeah, those are the things I would say about India, is just try to be aware about the safety issues. Try to go with a managed tour before. Book it in your home country, even if it's run through your country or a legitimate agency, even better. Be aware of the roads, they are crazy. You don't know if you're going to survive. You do, but they are very scary. I mean, for instance, our taxi was on the way to the hotel, and as the taxi was going along, I saw a huge object in the road, and then as we got closer, I realised it was a cow. The taxi ran straight over the cow. We shot up into the air. The taxi just carried on, didn't even ask if we were okay. He just carried on driving. The front of the car fell off. He then stopped and picked it up. He got a bit of tape to hold the front of the taxi, and he just carried on. And, you know, as he was going around roundabouts, this piece of the car kept dropping off and sparks were flying up. And yeah, that was quite uncomfortable and scary. But, you know, you start to think, this is India, this is normal. So nothing starts to shock you. And I actually felt guilty about not giving him a tip, because he tried so hard to get us to that hotel. And, you know, he wasn't going to stop at all. Like, his mission was to get us there. So, you know, I'm grateful for that. But yeah, it's the issue with the road and, you know, how scared you can feel. I think if you're there longer, because we was only there about 4 days, I imagine you just become accustomed to it, and you just, you know, get used to it. So yeah, it's one crazy experience, and I wouldn't say don't go to India. I'd say just be mindful of the amount you can get stared at, how you can feel unsafe, and just be mindful about the roads and how scary they are. But if you can keep an open mind, it's something you can really enjoy. From personal experience, I've now learned I'd rather go somewhere a bit more touristy, maybe down the south. I've heard that Goa's amazing. I'll feel safer to do that in future, but I'd say if you have got a trip booked to New Delhi or to Agra to go to the Taj Mahal, I'd say just keep an open mind and keep your wits about you. And just try and be vigilant, okay? And just, you know, don't presume you're okay just because you're walking around with your partner. I don't think these people care. If they're gonna mug you, they're gonna do it. So, you know, just try and go with an organised tour, and you should be fine. You can really get the most out of your experience and not let anything intimidate you. So if I could rewind, I would do that, just for extra safety measures. But if you have an India trip booked, enjoy it, and please try and take some of this advice, okay? It'd be great if you would subscribe and like this video. Okay, bye.